So I just thought I'd share some thoughts on how I'm growing as a creator on YouTube. So I started YouTube a while ago. Embarrassing, I know. And because of work and everything else in life, I've never really been able to commit to it. But then last year I thought, well, during all the pandemic thing, I had to work through it. No escape for me. Every day, go work. And didn't stop working. But it did actually make me think, well, why don't I make a go of this? Why don't I try a bit harder? So I decided that I'd put a lot more effort into my channel. And I did. I did some long videos, some ones that were a few hours long, a few minutes long, you know, a real good mix. And I got no growth. And I was like, goodness sake, what am I doing? I'm watching all the videos on how to grow and what to do and where to do. And I thought, okay, let's sit down, go over it. I spent time redoing my thumbnails. I spent time renaming stuff to make it sound more appeasing to the algorithm. And still, no growth. So I thought, there's got to be something, some way of getting just noticed, just for a minute. And I decided, bite the bullet, try shorts. I'm not great with editing software, and I don't have time to sit down and edit 50 million videos a night. But actually, I will admit, shorts has been pretty good. It's about getting my work out there. Shorts is never going to be my best work, I'll be honest. It's all going to be scrappy. It's going to be fast, zip zip, because for me to create a 1 minute piece, I can only film for 10 minutes. So I have 10 minutes to do something interesting, or not interesting in some cases, and then by the time I compress it by 1,000%, that just about goes under a minute. And so that allows me to create a short. They are not a fast thing to do at the end of the day. They still take a good 10-15 minutes, and then you've got to wait for the upload time, the download time. You've got a name, you've got to do all the background stuff. But the more you do it, the better you get, the faster you get. Thumbnails, I have got a standard thumbnail for my shorts. It doesn't fit into that, you know, that shape, but on a computer it does. And the reason I've done that is that I found that the image YouTube was picking was spoiling what the film was going to be about. And I didn't want people to be able to see it straight away, because if they see it straight away, they know exactly what's going on. So they're not going to watch it, or they're going to skip ahead. Which is one of the problems that I think a lot of creators have got right now, is that people are skipping ahead to the priority bits. Which means that a lot of your content isn't seen. And people aren't seeing how you're doing things, how you're making the image, how you're creating, which is a shame. Because actually, when you watch a creative process, you can learn a huge amount. So right now, here I am in, where are we, June 2022, and I'm contently sat on 200 subscribers and about 600 watch hours. So I still have a huge way to go. And the thing is, what I'm finding is, 1 week you're told, ask your viewers to like, subscribe, ding that bell, all of that jazz. The next week you're told, don't do it. And it's like, would everyone make up their mind? But because the algorithm seems to be really majorly fickle, no matter what you do, you are going to be wrong in one way or another. So what I would honestly say is, don't worry and put too much energy into your thumbnails and you're calling out people. If people want to watch a video and like a video, they know they're old enough and wise enough to do it themselves. We don't need to keep on saying to people, oh, like this video, like this, subscribe. You can only tell someone to subscribe once. They can't subscribe 50 million times. So again, it's kind of becoming a waste of breath. In that time that you do that, you could be doing something much more practical and engaging. And I think, from what I'm seeing, our viewers are actually bored of hearing that line. They're skipping ahead. I mean, I do. If I hear the word and here's from our sponsor, I skip ahead. I'm bored of hearing about Skillshare, about NordVPN, about all of them. So I just skip ahead. So I think it's getting to the point where everyone needs to really have a darn good think about what they're putting in and where they're putting it. If you've got a sponsor, brilliant. Wish I did, but I don't want to fill up a good 5 minutes of a video which is meant to be helping people with a sponsor. But then I do want the money. The swings and roundabouts. So, I mean, one day I hope to get the thing that allows you to get monetized and all of that. What was it? 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I'm miles away from it. It's over the hill and far away. But that's not stopping me from creating. That's not stopping me from enjoying. But I am trying out different ways to try and get my videos out to people. Actually, it's sketching coming out too bad, is it? Now this is just me being random sketchy. I am putting no effort into this drawing whatsoever. But I couldn't do this as a short because it's too long. But no, every individual has got to find their own way of getting that target. There isn't a magic way of doing it because not everybody's videos are going to suit one way or another. So, like with this thumbnail business, I started trying to do YouTube seriously when we were all told, make your thumbnails bright, bold, catch your viewer's eye. The next thing you hear is, YouTube won't monetize channels that look child-friendly. Don't have your thumbnails colourful, bright and childlike. Which is just like, okay, make up your mind. So it's finding that happy medium. But the thing is, I think a lot of us, we shouldn't be having to go out of our way to such extremes to be able to get onto the algorithm and to get seen. I mean, at the time of filming this video, I'm doing an experiment. I've put out a video every hour for 8 hours to see how many of my shorts, and they're all shorts, because honestly I don't have time for anything else. So I'm going to see how many of those shorts actually get picked up. And I think that none of them will. Or it'll only be the last end few, because you have to produce so much and so many videos to be picked up. It's hard. There is no other word for it. It is hard work. I don't want to burn out either, which is another kind of risk for me. And I've still got to keep whatever I make interesting and engaging. So that's another thing. Engagement. Do I really... What's going to be more engaging? A 2-minute video of me sketching, or a 15-minute video me showing the process of sketching and explaining the sketch. There's so many people out in the world. Both types of video will appeal to somebody. Currently I've noticed on my algorithm, which I'm learning about, that a lot of people only hang around for a minute, 2 minutes. So I know that those videos, if I do quick and simple, they're more likely to get views. But it's not really what I want to produce. I want to be able to show people how to draw, how to enjoy drawing, what to draw, where to get inspiration, all of those things to help people better themselves, learn, help others, just be decent people. I mean, the sketch I'm doing, you can see I'm working with a black pencil and a white pencil on brown paper. Nice and simple. But if I do more detailed drawing, I'd like to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if you're like arty, as in drawing, painting, macrame, needle felt, all of the crafts that are physically out there, you will find it a huge amount more difficult to get noticed by the algorithm. And this is my struggle. And I found the reason is that YouTube doesn't have anything to recognise art. We've got how to, we've got style, we've got games, we've got everything under the sun, but there is not an arts and crafts area. So when you do creation, you have to fit your work into something like how to and style, I think is about the nearest one. But that doesn't cover what you're physically doing. So again, if you're in the art area, you're going to get shoved to the back unless you really have a very, very lucky day and get caught on the algorithm at the right time, right place. We don't want to do clickbaiting, so someone said, oh, put all your titles in capitals and maybe exaggerate it a bit. But then that comes under clickbait. You can get in trouble for that. You can't ask for likes. That is against YouTube's rules and regulations. You can lose your account for doing that. So, yeah, you've got to go through and find what works for you as an individual. I did contemplate doing some silly videos, but I'm not a silly person. Well, most of the time, I'm not a silly person. I'm not going to go out and do really stupid things just to get onto the algorithm, just to get views, and hope that they subscribe and like. That's not what I do. I want to be genuine. Sorry about the shake there. My camera is attached to a glass table. The glass table was very wobbly. But, yeah, basically, I don't want to have to go out and do something really stupid to get viewers who may or may not hang around on the channel. They may or may not subscribe. They may or may not like my other content. It's that variable again. I'm not going to add colour to him. He's too nice. There you go. One dragon sketch there, gentlemen, using colour pencil. I don't know what. But so how am I going to grow? I don't know. I'm trying shorts. I'm doing an experiment with shorts to see. Pardon me. I'm doing this experiment with shorts to see if I can get onto the algorithm by simply putting out a video every single hour. Hopefully that might help. But for other people, it's about time. Have you got time to mess around doing all of that? I try and comment on other YouTubers to see if I can drum up interest. I try to share knowledge and comments. That's something actually I should mention. Be decent to people. If you go around trolling on other channels and putting nasty comments and things, people aren't going to be interested in you. But if you share information, share knowledge in comments when you're making them on other channels, people will look up to you and they'll be like, that person's pretty decent, I wonder what they do. And there's a good chance that people will pop over and see what you do. I was looking at doing an intro video. But once you've watched it once, you don't want to see it 50 million times every time you load into that page. It's that repetitiveness that becomes boring. So you'll notice with some of my shorts, I do have the like, subscribe thing. And then it's like, well, my subscribers already subscribed. No, don't need it. So I've got a batch with and a batch without. So I'm seeing what works, what catches. And I'm trying to change my tags. I'm using that hashtag thing to highlight what's a short, what's a long. But I've got over 300 videos and I'm having to go back and forward through them as the algorithm changes to try and make them more noticeable. I'm doing changes constantly. And it does take a huge amount of time. Whenever YouTube pulls up a survey, I always say, give us an arts and craft area. And something that I didn't really think would ever bother me, but being female on YouTube, I think it does have a slight effect. I've noticed that when you log on to the YouTube page, first page, a lot of the creators on there are male. So that's caught my eye, and I'm thinking, I'd heard rumours about it, but it's quite interesting to see. Sometimes I confess I do feel that YouTube is biased towards new creators, and I feel everybody's pain when you're starting out. Seriously, it's heartbreaking. It's emotionally, it makes you feel like you're tiny, that you are literally an insignificant amoeba in the universe. You literally do feel like that because you're not getting anywhere, and that's basically it. You feel as if you are not physically getting anywhere. Every time I see a subscriber, I am just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful. I am very grateful. And I'm hoping to do some polls to see if I can get people's reactions as to what they want to see. And how can I make people enjoy my videos more. And it's like, after a while, I think YouTube needs to understand that when you see the same creators every single time you upload, and when the same people are constantly recommended to you, it's boring. I looked on the front page of YouTube today, and nearly all the people on there had over 1 million subscribers. Well, they've got their subscribers, they've got their views. Give the little people a chance. What about the newbies? I swear there are some amazing newbies out there with maybe only 50 subs, 10 subs, 5 subs, no subs. But they are literally shoved in the side. Then they're not getting the help that they need. Also, they're not getting the respect. Because I tell you what, I bet you anything that there are some absolutely stunning creators just sat in the wings waiting to be pushed up that tiny bit. But YouTube is suppressing them and not showing them because it's concentrating on the big money. Well, what happens when those big money channels shut down? Who are they going to bring in then? I mean, in all honesty, I would rather see some of those new channels pushed right to the top. Even the ones with no subscribers. How about this? Have a day for 0 to 500 subscribers. Let those people shine for a bit. Because it would inspire more creators. It would be a huge inspiration to a lot of people. A lot of people sat with barely any subscribers or watch hours. Seeing your numbers go up. It's like being at Christmas Day. You see a subscriber come on and you're like, yay, we're doing it, woo. It does make you feel empowered. It makes you feel motivated. It's an adrenaline rush. And it does make you feel good, and you want to produce more. You want to get better content. You want to do more content. But when all you're seeing is the same names and the same numbers all the constant time, it does make it very difficult mentally to keep on pushing. I've just sat back and been like, why am I bothering at times? And then I sat down and thought, no, I'm going to keep on bothering because I want to achieve something. And it's keeping motivated. And it's, what I'd also say is, because of everything is changing, we're told do this, do that, do that. Keep an eye out on it. Keep an ear out. Look at the videos from 5 years ago when people were doing a what do you do to make your channel grow video. 5 years ago, it was completely different as it is now, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any really good hints and tips on there. I'd certainly recommend it. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing, is that I'm going back to go forward. I am having fun. See, this is what happens when I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself, I'm sketching away, I'm chilling out. And that's what YouTube should be about. It shouldn't be a rat race to get to the top. It should be fun, it should be engaging. It shouldn't be kind of screaming out, subscribe, subscribe, please subscribe. I mean, it sounds like you're on your knees begging. By the way, have you dinged that bell, dear? And we as creators, I don't think we need to sound desperate. We shouldn't have to tell our viewers or demand, request, poke in the right direction. Our viewers shouldn't feel the pressures that they have to. I mean, I've been thinking about this ads business as well, in all honesty. I tend to click off when I see ads and go elsewhere. And yet, here I am wanting to grow my YouTube channel. And, of course, when you grow, you get ads and all of that jazz. But, again, it's just being sensible with that. And knowing where to put them. God, these pencils. I love these Caran d'Ache pencils, but they get so blunt so quickly, especially on this kind of cardboard stuff. Wow. And what pencil sharpener am I using? Just a cheapio. Hey, I'm not rich. Cheap equipment. Mind you, these pencils cost like £3 each. I literally can only buy a couple at a time. Otherwise I end up crying. But as creators, we need to help each other, work together, learn, be decent, respectful, and to share knowledge wherever possible. So to do that, as I say, everyone should have a go at shorts. Even if you just do one a month, it'll mean that you're on the algorithm because you're actually still uploading and producing videos. So what I've done is I spent a whole day, I kid you not, and I did 12 shorts and a couple of long videos. And I've scheduled every single video for a month. So every month I know up until February next year, I've got a video coming up. They're, like I say, the shorts, they're not the best. But it puts me on the map. These bots will see that I'm producing and uploading. And hopefully that will help me get noticed. But that might not work for somebody else. Someone else might be able to have the time to upload 5-6 videos. But as I say, you're at risk of burning out. So you've got to keep your ideas fresh. YouTube will change over the next months, the next years. It will change again and again. So all you can do is keep on trying all of the methods that come available. I mean, not all of these get viewers quick schemes work. That's pretty obvious. But look at your favourite channels and see what's your favourite person on YouTube done that catches your eye. What do you enjoy about them? And say to yourself, well, can I do that to my channel? Within reason. I'm on very, very cheap equipment. This little doobry, not pencil, the camera. This is just a cheap webcam. But as I grow and develop, then I can up my technology, hopefully. I'm not letting costs restrain me. I've got a cheap little phone and cheap little pads. I get these from just a craft shop, really cheap. But I can still create good content. Well, I wouldn't say good content. Mediocre content, but with imagery. Dragon goes wrong. And hopefully doing this will help my channel grow. Why am I not physically in front of the camera? Because I am extremely camera shy. I like taking photos. I love taking photos. Absolutely love them. Would happily burn up 5,000 images on a camera quite easily. Don't give me any zoos because I'm just like click, click, click. But I am very self-aware. I have image problems, so I'm not in front of the camera, and I don't see that you should have to be in front of the camera for your content to be enjoyable. As long as you're engaging people and you're being decent, as I say, humble, respectful, polite, nice to people, sharing the knowledge, what do you need to be in front of the camera? I mean, how does my butt ugly face help me get subscribers. It doesn't. You don't need to see me. If I'm here doing a drawing of a dragon, that's what you're here for, is a drawing of a dragon, not me. Not my face. You can see my hands, and yes, I do have dirty nails right now. I've been gardening. But you don't need to see my face to see me create a dragon. Dragon number 2. So, for all those people who are like me, who are camera shy, honestly, I won't worry about it right now. Unless YouTube literally puts a thing up saying everyone must show their face, then I don't think we've actually got anything to worry about. As I say, if you're here to see a particular subject, then that's what you're there for. If the description has caught your attention and you're like, that's interesting, and the thumbnail maybe has caught your attention, doesn't always, because you're sometimes like, it's superimposed, it's scammy, it's clickbait, then that's what you're there for. You're not there to see the person's face unless it's about facials, makeup and things like that. So I don't think people need to get so hung up about being physically seen on the camera. Maybe one day I might show my nose a bit more. But like I say, I don't think people really need to see it. Because most of my videos will be about drawing, art and such, so I want you to see how I'm using this, which to me is much more important. And speaking on camera, a lot of videos say you need to talk, you need to narrate. If you're like me and don't speak very well, or have speech problems, don't worry about it. We are all individuals, and we mustn't, as individuals, get hung up about appeasing a bot, a computer and such. If our viewers want us to talk, we can do polls and say, would you like to hear me talk you through how I did this? We can communicate in other methods, but quite often a lot of videos where it's simply something being done with some really nice decent music behind it, copyright free of course, so people, copyright free, that can be equally as good as physically hearing a person, because it engages you on a completely different level. And if the music's good enough and you pick the right music, which yes can be difficult, but if you can pick the right music to the work that you're doing and showing, that can hold people's engagement really, really well. So again, just because everybody else does it, you don't have to be a sheep and do it as well. Don't be the sheep, basically. Find your own way as an individual, as a creator. Show the world what you are about. Don't just copy another person. I mean, we can all come up with a cute, catchy catchphrase. And try and catch people like that so that you're remembered for a catchphrase. But you'll probably pick up the same catchphrase as somebody else. But you want to be remembered on YouTube for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. Hence I say, treat everybody with respect. If you have strong opinions on certain things, try and hold them back, even if it means taking a screen break and going out for a walk. Make sure you've got that healthy work-life balance. Do not think that you've got to be on the computer creating videos 24 hours a day, 47 hours a week and whatnot. It's not healthy, and you will burn out, and your videos will be absolutely terrible because you're not actually concentrating it and putting enough effort into it. But yes, you don't have to literally be sat at a computer spending 5 hours per video. That's also not good. That's a work-life balance. You've got to keep balanced, keep healthy. Even if you're uploading one video a week, that's something. You're showing YouTube that you're committing one video a week, and it's something. So it will help you go up on the algorithm. God, these pencils. I'm struggling to blunt pencilitis, I think. Normally I would use colour pencils a lot lighter hand. I'm being really heavy-handed today because I'm just doing things at speed. As you can see, speed. I mean, for me, I'm just going to keep to one video a week, but I'm going to make sure that if I do more, then I'll have like a short and then a longer video. But I just want to catch people's engagement and show them that I am uploading constantly. Hence, I've done my like year's worth of work in advance. Let's change this one up a bit. But I know for a fact that there are some absolutely stunning creators out there in the waiting in the wings, and they are stuck until people start to look not for the content creator with 50,000 views, but for the creator with only 50. I've been watching videos on what happens when you get monetized, so I'm looking ahead. Not that I am going to be monetized this year or next year, unless there's some sort of YouTube miracle. But I'm looking ahead to how processes work, because I want to know what happens in the future, what requirements do I need. And that way, when things eventually, hopefully, maybe, possibly, might happen, then I know what process I then need to go through to make things nice and smooth. And what I would definitely say is, when you see messages about YouTube has changed this, YouTube has changed that, read them. Seriously, policy changes, agreement changes, definitely read them, because some of the things that happen on YouTube, you need to make sure that you're fully aware of, so that you're legal and compliant and that your account's safe. But YouTube does have the right, as hopefully many of you have seen, to close and delete a channel at any given time. They don't need to even say, they just can go and Thanos it away, literally, which is a scary thought. And they will actually do that, apparently, to inactive channels. So as I say, get your one video up a week at least, because it's showing that you're active, it's showing that you're doing things, and it will help keep your channel safer, hopefully. There we go, a little bit white in there. So yeah, so I just wanted to tell you, or explain and say about how things are going over this side. It's not really, I mean, that's roughly where I am, is that I am at that stage where I'm learning, I'm starting to grow a little bit. I mean, every time that I have a new subscriber, there's like a little mini party going off, which is just my way. I mean, what I'd like to do is, when I get the right amount of people for memberships, I'm looking at memberships, badges, all those little things that lie ahead. And I've got my list of goals, which are very small. So the end of this year, I'd like to hit 250 subscribers. It's tiny, yeah, but it's an achievable goal. I'm not going to sit here and say, right, at the end of the year, I'm going to hit 5,000 subscribers. That's impossible for me to do. And I wouldn't even ask people to try and make it happen, because that's not fair. And that's abusing people at the end of the day. So 250 subscribers, if I get that for the end of the year, I'll be happy. Like last year, my end goal was 100 subscribers. And I just did it, well, I was late, happened in January or February, I think, which was a pity, but I still had a lot of work to do, a lot of growing. So set yourself goals, and don't be disappointed or beat yourself up if you don't make them, because it's all about learning and developing. If you're not getting movement, look at why you're not. Try watching some of those really annoying videos where they say about how to get your first 1,000 subscribers, and sit down and actually write down a list. Yes, it's boring to do, sitting down writing lists of what should I do, what shouldn't I do. But unless you try all these methods, you won't know. As I say, I'd not ever planned to do shorts, and here I am doing shorts now. I mean, I'm looking at live streaming on the mobile phone. Still struggling with that. I'm not too keen on it. But again, if it helps get me more views and helps me get closer to my goals, hey, I'm willing to give it a go. Where's got my pencil one? So in the meanwhile, I will just keep on uploading every week. I will keep on being decent, polite, and helping others wherever I can. I'll keep on producing content to try and engage other people and to make them stop and stay, even for a little while. I look at my algorithm and say, someone watched that video for 5 seconds, someone watched that video for 50. What did I do differently? And it's those questions of the who, what, where, why, and how. If I can address those questions, then that will help me grow, hopefully, in theory, hypothetically. So yeah, there's never any harm in trying different methods to grow. And as YouTube changes, as it will over the next few months, if you've tried multiple methods, one of those methods has got to click somewhere. I reckon that is about done. So yeah, so please, for those who see this, if you've got a tiny channel, don't feel disheartened. Don't feel that everybody else is getting ahead of you. Take your time. Take the time that you need to take. Be comfortable, be happy, and don't make it feel like it's a marathon, that it's a task. Because once something becomes a task, it becomes boring. It becomes unattractive. You lose your will to have fun. And when you're not having fun, it shows on the camera. And then that won't help you grow. So there we go. 4 images in a 30-odd minute chat. Not bad, eh? So if I hope what I've said will kind of make a few people think. I hope it gives you guys an idea of how my journey is going and how badly it's going. And if you can see me making mistakes and you can do things to make your channels work even better, go for it. I'm literally here to try and help people create and to grow. So till next time, all the best to everybody. Have a lovely day and happy drawing to you all.